This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So Anthony Joshua tells Deontay Wilder, when you're man enough, come see me. The offer still stands. Now I'll put an article in the description box for you guys to go have a read for yourself. Now, Anthony Joshua, he's been trying to get hold of Deontay Wilder for the longest time. But of course, if you're a Deontay Wilder fanatic, then you won't see it that way. You'll see that it was Wilder trying to get hold of Joshua, which is weird, right? Even though we've shown countless receipts that it was Joshua trying to get Wilder, and Wilder just kept putting a roadblock after excuse as to why he shouldn't be fighting Anthony Joshua. Some people will still go with the narrative that Wilder offered Joshua $50 million and Joshua turned it down. We've been through all of this 100 times, but just a real quick recap for those of you who don't know. The $50 million, Frank Warren confirmed that the $50 million was coming from BT Sport. Joshua cannot fight on BT Sport. There's the first one. Second of all, Team Wilder, Shelley Finkel, refused to have a meeting to discuss it. Joshua had to agree to everything without seeing any kind of contract. So, for all intents and purposes, it was a fake offer, right? But Joshua, he offered multiple offers, and with the biggest one being $100 million for 2 fights back-to-back, with the first fight being in the United States of America. Wilder didn't even try to negotiate. It was a flat no to DAZN. Now, it doesn't matter how you look at it, it's still a fight that you and I would like to watch. For me, I've said it for quite some time now, that Anthony Joshua would annihilate Deontay Wilder. Some people will counteract that and say, but Andy Ruiz Jr., he beat Anthony Joshua. Okay, but styles make fights, things happen in the heavyweight division. But if Wilder was to connect that big right hand on Joshua, there's a very good chance Joshua could go to sleep. Let's be honest. But I've said numerous times that Joshua is all wrong for Wilder. He's all wrong for Wilder. Dillian Whyte is all wrong for Wilder. And Tyson Fury was all wrong for Deontay Wilder as well as. Now, Wilder, he said a few weeks ago that he took less money to fight Tyson Fury than what he was offered with Anthony Joshua. So that tells you two things. First and foremost, Joshua did actually make him a huge offer. And second of all, Deontay Wilder didn't fancy it. He saw Tyson Fury as an easier fight. Get a Tyson Fury on your resume and then go into an Anthony Joshua fight as and when he grows some balls, demanding a bigger split. Didn't quite work out for him, did it? But it is what it is. But for me, as much as I would like to see that fight, there are other fights that are more pressing right now. Fury, Joshua. That one should be the priority. Should Joshua get past Kubrat Pulev this weekend, which touch wood he will. I don't care how Joshua does it, if he makes it boring, if he annihilates him, I don't care, get the win. Then we get to see Fury, Joshua, 2 fights in 2021 next year. Who wins that one? No idea whatsoever. No idea. I love both of these guys and I wish them both the best of luck. Congratulations to the winner, commiserations to the loser. That's how I stand on it. But for now, I think Wilder, when it comes to the Anthony Joshua situation, in fact, Wilder, he said only about 2 weeks ago when he was reeling off some potential names because the Tyson Fury's third fight fell apart, that names that he would like to fight. Dillian Whyte would be one of them. Andy Ruiz would be another one, and a couple of others. Robert Helenius, he pulled out in that as well. So with the names that he pulled out, I'm quite happy to see Deontay Wilder fight. Will he fight any of these names? Unlikely. I'm probably going to predict that he takes on Charles Martin next in late January, early February. That's who I think he's going to take on. But for me, I think that Wilder needs to earn his shot at Anthony Joshua. Don't get me wrong. If Joshua gets past Tyson Fury and he gives Wilder a voluntary, hey, we're all going to watch it, aren't we? Of course we will. And we will all give Wilder a puncher's chance, of course. But I think Joshua will be the favourite in that fight anyway. But I want to see Wilder take on Andy Ruiz Jr. I want to see Wilder take on Dillian Whyte. These are the kind of names that I want to see Deontay Wilder take on. And I say Dillian Whyte, providing he gets past Povetkin in the rematch, of course. But even if he don't, I'll still like to watch that fight, wouldn't you? Of course you would. But the thing is, for me, I think Joshua, he's been way too nice with Wilder. Far too nice. Still offering him that olive branch. Even though it was Wilder that was trying to throw his name through the mud. For the past couple of years, Anthony Joshua, he ain't real. Anthony Joshua, he's a fake. He don't really want the fight. Then, of course, he exposed himself a few weeks ago by saying, well, actually, yeah, Joshua did offer me a huge offer. And I didn't take it. I wanted to fight a easier Fury. As I said, didn't work out. But is it a saga that we will want to go through again? Probably not, because I think Team Wilder are notoriously difficult to work with, especially when it comes with Eddie Hearn. And I still stand by the belief that one of the reasons why Joshua and Wilder didn't happen is because of Shelley Finkel. Shelley Finkel was unhappy that Eddie Hearn called him Shirley Winkle. And again, there's some receipts for that effect where Wilder even says, you need to start showing Shelley Finkel some respect. His name's Shelley Finkel, not Shirley Winkle. Shelley Finkel said that once he has a good relationship with, say, John Skipper, head of DAZN, then he will allow Wilder and Joshua to get it on. So everything was down to Shelley Finkel. Shelley Finkel said he didn't have a good relationship with Eddie Hearn, and that's one of the reasons why the fight didn't happen. Isn't that weird that Shelley Finkel can stop a fight happening? Isn't that weird? So he made it personal rather than a business decision, didn't he? But anyway, it is what it is. If these guys end up fighting at some point, of course, we're all going to watch it. And I'm fully confident that Joshua will annihilate him. But if you're a Wilder fan or a Anthony Joshua hater, you'll say complete opposite. I know you would. But hey, it is what it is. That's what makes it interesting. That's why it's a must-see fight at some point. Hopefully Wilder doesn't just disappear off into the wilderness and retire, because there's still some big fights out there for him that I want to see. Most notably, as I said, Joshua being one of them, Dillian Whyte, Andy Ruiz Jr., maybe one or two others, maybe a Usyk or something like that. That would be interesting. Derek Chisora would be interesting, wouldn't it? But anyway, Anthony Joshua's statement says to Wilder, when you're man enough, come see me. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.